Hello, my name is Marcus and welcome to Tabletop Reviews. 5 games I've played, part freaking 10. I've already written 4 down. Luckily I have 1 down below, so I'm just gonna start with that one. Then I have 5, that's a mistake. Anyways, part 10 starts off with Carcassonne. Yes, I finally played that one. I've now played Ticket to Ride, Catan and Carcassonne. And I'm thinking about doing like a video with those 3, because when I got into board gaming, those 3 were sort of the big 3, right? Pandemic sort of coming in as one of the big 4. I have not played Pandemic yet, unfortunately. I want to do it. But those 3 were like the big 3, classic 3. When I got into board gaming, at least that's the sort of thing I got. So I'm really happy that I finally got to play Carcassonne. I have talked about Catan in this one. What did I give Catan? I can't remember. I don't know. I don't think it was very good. Have I not talked about Catan? I believe it doesn't say anywhere on my notes here. Apparently I have not talked about Catan. I can't see Catan on here. Have I not talked about Catan? Because like the only reason I have not done a review is because I swear to God I have talked about Catan. Have I not talked about Catan? Well, you know what? I'm gonna remove the last one of this one, and then we're gonna do a Carcassonne and Catan double feature right here, because both of them are terrible games. They're not terrible games. Catan, well, it's supposed to be really good and great and better than Monopoly. I don't see, because again in Catan you roll the dice, you do whatever the dice say, and then you have a decision, and you'll pretty much always know what you're gonna do. Right? Like every time I sit there, like, okay, now I just got the bricks I needed. Okay, well I'll build a road because that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, great. Build a road, or you build a house, or you take a card, or something. It gives you the illusion of more choices. The only choice is which way do you want to go. That's usually fairly obvious because you know, like, oh, I need to go here because this game we're apparently rolling 4 a lot. This one has number 4 and it's a good resource, so let's go there because we're rolling 4 a lot in this game for some reason. And then you stop rolling 4 for some reason, and then you just want to shoot yourself. It's just rolling the dice. Again, it's Monopoly. It's roll and then move. It's roll and move / in this one it's just roll and then do something. How is this better than Monopoly? Like legitimately, I don't even know why I might be giving Catan more than I'd give Monopoly. Well, I do know why. Monopoly is a 1 for me, of course. Catan's gonna be a 3. Because there's more things to do and there's more of a choice, right? But it's still just, please give me what I want. Didn't give me what I wanted. Right, sitting there and hoping that it rolls an 8 because I need the resource that's on my 8. It's no different from rolling the die in Monopoly and hoping it's the 6 because then I land on that one and then I can build hotels, right? And this one is just hope it's an 8 so I can get a resource from the 8 so that I can build my city or whatever because I need that resource. It's the fucking same thing. How can you say Catan is better than Monopoly? It is not. Explain to me. Oh, the setup is different. Oh, it's not. I'm giving it a 3. It's better than Monopoly. I know it's better than Monopoly, but it's the same exact feeling. And you just have the choice of like, where do I build it? And then you have some scoring things. I think the best part about it is that you know it's gonna end sooner because you just need 15 points. That's easy to achieve, especially in a game that goes good. But again, rolling the dice, oh, these ones are red ones. I'm gonna choose those because those are red ones. Okay, well, we only roll the red one once the entire fucking game. Then you put something on the 9 we've been rolling, now we roll a 10 because fuck you, this is luck. It's not a good game. 3 out of 10. Carcassonne. It's huge. This would be so much better if you had a hand, but this time it's all the time of moving one over and then you making the most of it. Again, way too lucky. How can people talk about these games of being good? I'm giving Carcassonne a 4. It's actually written 5, but I'm giving it a 4. Now I'm pissed off. Carcassonne is getting a 4 because you're just moving the tile and putting in. But there's a lot more to moving the tile, placing the tile than there is in Catan. So I'm giving Carcassonne a 4 because at least, you know, you're moving over, like the tiles usually have 1, 2 or even 3 things that you can do with it. So you're trying to look at like what's the best thing? Okay, a church, can't place it here, can't place it here. Or you're like, if I place it here, if I'm lucky I get this thing. So cross my fingers that I'm lucky. You're never fucking lucky. So yeah, Carcassonne is a 4 out of 10 Catan instead of 3 out of 10. These are so fucking lucky shit games. How can this be the highest rated things in board gaming? What the fuck? Crystal Code. Something better. Crystal Code. You have a round thing, but that's just a round tracker. But every time you get, how many is it? 5 little hexagonal tiles that you have to try and fit together. And they can't go like in a perfect circle or anything. They have to sort of be in a line as well as possible with the hexagonal shapes. And then you add symbols together to make 7 it is. And if then you make the line, you go done. And if you're the first one, you get 2 crystals. If you're anything after that, you get 1 crystal. And you also get 2 cards, 2 crystals, 2 cards, 1 crystal, 1 card. And you sort of add it to your machine, where the cards is like gears turning, so you're trying to add it in and add the crystals, and you try and close off your machine. So there's like no, like, you can't add more cards, because they're like, it's gears, and then it's like lines going. And some of them have lines on both sides, 4 sides, and you're trying to have it so there's like no lines that are connected to lines that are connected to a gear. So you have no lines going out into nowhere. You close it off, whoever has the most crystals in it is the winner. And it's very simple, but there's so much less luck in Catan and Carcassonne. I'm sure the cards are lucky, but you can keep the cards on hand and try and make a machine. I mean, a little bit unlucky, and you can, you know, have a bad time. But you, with these hexagonal tiles, you get 5 and just try and fit them together. They obviously have like 6 sides or whatever, and you usually can't do it. It's just about doing it the quickest, and that's about being awake and ready. And it was a fun game. I still really like playing it. I want to play it again, try and get revenge, because I only got like 2nd or 3rd. Very annoying. I want to win. I'm giving Crystal Code a 7 out of 10 because it was actually very fun to play. Really good game. Yeah, great game. Really fun game. Not great game. Really fun game. Good to play. Way less luck. Obviously, the card drawing 1 or 2 is lucky, but way less luck in the terms of building it. This is, of course, with just an hourglass, counting out how much time you have. So it's a good game. I want to play it again. Disney Villainous. I don't know if I want to play this as much, but it was actually a really good game. So we played with a couple of different ones, but what we immediately saw was some are easier than others, but there's no warning in the rulebook. That's the biggest critique right away. Is how can you not in the rulebook say Prince John's difficult, Malevolence decent, easy enough. Who's the other one? I can't remember who the other one was. Jafar, I think, was the other one that was fairly easy. So like, how can you not have a warning about that? Explain that to me. I don't think there was. I don't remember there being. I don't think I read it. But it was good. I like the gameplay of like blocking and trying to unblock and building on, so you get a stronger action every time, or warriors and all this. A lot of the aspects of moving around, doing actions was good. I like the fact you have all the actions, because you're never so limited. Because if you didn't have all the actions, you would be incredibly limited, and you would do like basically nothing for the game. So that's the brilliance of somebody who knows that Century is a shit game because you do absolutely nothing on your turns, and it's like you need to do something on your turns. So yeah, I'm giving Disney Villains a 7 out of 10 as well. I think what's really dragging it down is the fact that it was such a difference in difficulty, where you're sitting and even though it might be a little bit close, you're just feeling so punched down. And that's gonna drag it down for me. It's no longer on my wish list, let me say it like that. I would like to play it again, but I don't think I need to own it. But I'd love to play it again, Disney Villainous, with a different character or different characters. That would be fine. Disney Villainous 7 out of 10. And last game in this one, Dog Park. Finally get to play it. So it's totally it's like Wingspan. It's not like Wingspan. No. It's very different. So you draft some stuff, or you try and risk some points, try and get the right dogs. And I don't know. I can't see you having to fight your opponents that much. Like, there's a dog +1 for everyone, so don't see why you would want to have, you know, why you would want to fight for the same dog, because the dogs are already useful, unless like you're in the very last game and you've decided to go the same route. But at the very beginning, like, don't go for the same dogs. It's very unlikely you're going to. I don't see you going for the same dogs. I don't see how that's a conflict of interest. So yeah, we didn't risk a lot of points because we currently just took different dogs. We didn't need the same dogs. It's fine. Yeah. But this was fine. Like, getting the dogs, and then who's going for a walk, am I repeat walking some, getting the right resources and all of that. Again, fairly easy. The more players you add, you're going to get lower scores, I think, because you're going to spend more points getting on the same places and stuff. But in the end, I walked all my dogs. That was no challenge whatsoever. I walked all my dogs, scored a bunch of points for that. I did win because of that, I think, and got some bonus points and stuff. It's fine. I love it. I love the scoring about like have the most from one kind of dog. That's lovely. And it's lovely that it's different every time, so you don't go for the same dogs every time. That's lovely. The little special goals that you have. Lovely special goals. I love doing that. There's a few things I don't think I fully understood, but it was actually a lovely game. Again, I would not say no to playing this again. I don't think I'm going out of my way to buy it. Maybe if I find it like online for like cheap, I would buy it because it was actually pretty fun. But I'm also giving this a 7 out of 10. A fun game. I would love to play it again. Don't know if I need to own it or anything, but it's a lovely game. And then the last one I'm going to put on to part 11 with a few others than there. So part 11 coming real bloody soon. I don't know if I've talked about Catan before. I feel like I have, but it does not say up here anywhere. So maybe I haven't. But now I have talked about Catan. You can see it over here. I'm not going to do a review of it because I don't want to be so angry in a video. And Catan just make me angry. But I have Catan Duel. I have my fiance have. She loves Catan for some reason. Catan Duel, and I kind of want to get that played and then do like a comparison between the Catan and Catan Duel, and between Sularedo and Sularedo Duel, and Sularedo and Aquaredo, and just talk about some more about Sularedo. I don't know if you know, but I love Sularedo. I really love. Anyways, thank you for watching another episode. I think it's a very angry episode, but not the lowest scoring episode. Whatever. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.